Hi. So I'd like to illustrate this point using Verne. So if you'd like to follow me, go onto my blog and go to the Verne link and travel down it until you get the one to the third picture of Verne, and you'll get this sort of thing. And what happens is if you click on the segments, you can move them, drag them with your mouse. If you have looked at my screencast on why we walk the way we do on the terms of clearance, I make the point that because the leg is this L shape with the toe sticking out of the front, if you actually just swing from the hip, you'll see that the toe moves through the ground. And if you want to leave the ankle in a neutral position and want to achieve clearance simply by flexing the knee, you find that you need about 52 degrees of knee flexion in order that you can get clearance. And the point I make in my screencast is that if you want to use knee flexion as a way of achieving clearance, you've got to actually have quite a substantial amount of it. Now, one of the interesting questions is what happens if you're walking on your toes. So let's move Verne into a position where we've got quite a lot of toe flexion that broadly reflects how much this girl's got. So we're in a position like this. So we're walking on the toes with at mid-stance, we've got a reasonably extended knee. Now let's just make this symmetrical on the other side as well. And what you will find is that actually the toe very nearly clears the ground without any knee flexion at all. And indeed, if we want to clear the knee, we need just a little bit more than that. We can clear the knee with around 30 degrees of knee flexion. So with a foot on the ground and a straight knee, we need about 55 degrees of knee flexion to clear the ground. With the foot in about 30 degrees of dorsiflexion, as we've got it here, you only need 32 degrees of flexion. So I hope that convinces you that if you've got if you're walking up on your toes, you need considerably less flexion to get clearance than you do if you're walking with your foot on the ground.